Hey everybody, it's Luke. Happy Sunday. This week we're talking about our earliest trans experience. I have quite a lot of memories of childhood in which I was doing stereotypically boy things. One story that my mum likes to tell me quite frequently is that when I was very little, before I can remember, she would put me in dresses and I would tear them off. So that was before I was like 3 or 4. So that's probably my earliest trans experience. But yeah, I just never liked dresses, was never comfortable in them. But really, things that I actually remember doing are, I would always it's so weird to say all this because it's all such stereotypical stuff. My best friend was a guy. My friends in school were predominantly guys, and we would, you know, make dens and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, this was all when I was very little and still living in Zambia. So life was kind of different then, I guess. But once we moved to England, I still pretty much wanted to play with the boys, and I liked to have up to date scooters and remote control cars and um what else did I have? Oh, bikes. Loved bikes and still building dens and all that kind of stuff. And none of this was a gendered thing. When I was growing up, I was just me. And my whole family were just you. And that's cool because I think that children don't really have a gender or need to have gender roles enforced on them. I picked the things that I picked because I liked them. And when I was at my neighbor's house or my cousin's house, the ones that were girls, we would play with dolls together and stuff. It wasn't, I didn't shun the Barbie. I just chose for myself the remote control cars. What else? Oh, a weird thing that I did when I was about 13 or 14 is I made a MySpace account with a fake name, guy's name, and I would talk to my people that I didn't know but I knew through other people on it. And yeah, that was a weird time in my life. And yeah, I don't really know. I hope that no one ever finds out about that, that it happened to. But yeah, it was weird. But I didn't actually question my gender until fairly recently. I Most of the time I didn't identify as a woman. I my the identities I claimed for myself were queer, and although people perceived me as a woman, that wasn't something that I took upon myself. So I never questioned my gender because there was never really any need to. I was just me and I was fine the way I was, and people were cool with me the way I was. So although looking back, and all of my family have really said this to me, it's really obvious that, I should have just grown up as a boy or whatever. I There was no need for me to question it until I kind of became an adult, and the way people saw me was different, and there was a disconnect there. Kind of gone off topic now. So earliest trans experiences, when I was a kid, I was the tomboyest boy ever. And I would make up fake names for myself. I usually went with cartoon character names, so went through Tom and went through Jerry. It was funny because my sister would also make up names for herself, and she went with Isabella. And she was like, "Why don't you pick a girlier name?" She didn't actually say that, but other people said it. And I was like, nah. So yeah, it was just me, I guess. Um, that's all I have to say on this topic. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.